Hi there. I don't know how to start this thing, but I'll just jump right into it. Um, I have cancer. And before we kind of get into what that looks like and everything like that, I just wanted to provide just some context and as a way to kind of document what I've been going through and what this journey kind of looks like. So, uh, about about 2 months ago, I think it was the first part of March. I was on a business trip in New Jersey. This is nothing against my visits to New Jersey, the people I know in New Jersey. That's just where I happen to be. But I noticed a bump on my head, and didn't think anything of it. Did the old take a picture of it, right, with my phone. Looked at it and I thought, well, I'm not a doctor, but now I don't know if that bump has been there for 6 years, 6 months, 6 weeks, 6 days, or 6 hours. I truly don't know when I don't think it was 6 years, because I'm sure I would have, or maybe even 6 months, but I think it was a fairly rapid kind of presentation. So took a picture of it, and I did what every person would do these days, is ran it through the chat GPT. And chat GPT kind of looked at it and asked me a bunch of questions, and it pretty much said, hey, look, looks like X or Y or Z, and kind of gave me all these kind of vanilla benign stuff that I was like, yeah, it's like ingrown follicles or this or that. And essentially said, you get it checked out, but probably nothing to be worried about, and to watch it. I'll watch it over the next little bit. So at the time, I thought, it's been a while since, I hadn't made my annual appointment for my physical. So thought, it's a great time to go see my doc. Went to make an appointment, and it was like in July. So I'm like, man, all right, book it for July. So I booked it in, booked it out there, and just said I'll continue to watch it until and just see if things change. About 2 weeks after, I'd come back. I was in the Chicagoland area. It had a pretty stressful week. One particular week, had a bunch of visitors from Italy here, and it was the afternoon. It had just calmed down. I was sitting alone in my office, and I don't know why, but I was playing with my hair, picking up my hair, and picked at it, and it started to bleed. And it started to bleed like I looked like I was a casualty of war. I had quite a bit of blood, and so I went to the bathroom. Kind of, yeah, I was glad nobody saw me, but I thought, okay, it's probably, I don't need ChatGPT to tell me I probably got to get this checked out now. So I went, and was gonna try to get into my doctor earlier, but I went to my dermatologist, who I had just been there 6-8 months before. I went last summer. I was pretty good at going to a dermatologist and having them give me the once over, and they took something off a little bit off my face. Nothing, but so had a relationship with them. Reached out to them. They had an appointment the next morning. So next morning, got up, went in. The dermatologist looked at it and said, "Oh yeah, it's same type of XYZ, some medical terminology. Looks like this. Probably not a big deal." They took a scalpel, removed the bump. So we now know it's the tumor. Removed that, and send that in for a biopsy, and said, nothing, we'll let you know. And I just thought, okay, great, that's good to hear. And didn't think anything of it. I think I had told my wife at the time that I'd went in, and and she had asked a few times, like, hey, and I was like, yeah, it's not a big deal. I mean, they sent me the bill, so I paid the bill, and I was like, nothing, I hadn't heard anything, and quite frankly, wasn't worried about it. Fast forward to about 10 days ago, I got a call from the dermatologist. I just walked in. It was late, actually. It was like, because I didn't get home till probably 6 o'clock or 6:30, and I was sitting in the kitchen, and she said, hey, this is, I won't, well, she's awesome. It's Peyton. Peyton called me and said, hey, just want to let you know, we got the results back, and it is cancerous. It is melanoma. And she essentially said, she was surprised, just based on the way it was presenting itself and so forth. But as I guess good as she could do it, or as, because when you hear that, it's pretty surreal. Like, what, I don't know what you're, I don't, trying to process that whole thing. And so she essentially said, look, the oncologist is going to reach out tomorrow. They will work on the plan and work that through, and she was going to send the report over to me. And so I thought, and hung up the phone, and bless my sweet Isabella. She's my second daughter, and she was standing in the kitchen, and I think she kind of looked at me like, what's going on? And I don't know if I was white, I don't know if I was, but in the spirit of typically where I revert to in stressful situation is humor, and I said, hey, I got cancer. And she kind of looked at me like, what, and I was like, and again, not knowing anything, but and so, yeah. So the next morning, next afternoon, got a call from our oncologist. I was referred to an oncologist here in the Chicagoland area, and they set up an appointment, and that appointment is scheduled for Tuesday. Today is Sunday, the 26th of April, so this is in 2 days. Again, this was about not quite a week ago. This is probably 5 days ago. So that's what we know. The report, I will say that after the report looks, currently they have it staged at stage 2B, but it's likely to be more progressive than 2B because of where they kind of did the incision, and they didn't go deep enough, and melanoma, that's it, it goes deep fast, and this is fairly deep on my scalp, and so so that's what I know. I will say that the report is probably, it is, we will see what that looks like when we get through the consultation on Tuesday. I'm expecting that the staging will be more progressive, and we'll go from there. And once I am almost certain, I'm fairly certain that they won't be able to do anything or give me good diagnosis or prognosis until after they do surgery, which I'm sure will happen pretty quickly. where they go in and they will remove the tumor as well as the lymph nodes, some lymph nodes, to see what that looks like. But again, reading through the report, there was nothing that was confirmed, but there was a lot of words like suspicious and at least, and so there was I don't think it's going to be any better. And I expect it to be somewhat more more serious than what the current report says. But again, so that kind of brings you up to where I'm at today. One thing that I will say is I will be posting these videos. I don't know how often, what that looks like, how soon, how, maybe, but this is an effort, for me to help me process this. This is helpful to kind of talk through kind of what I'm going through and what that looks like and so forth. This is also an intent to, really, as you, for the past 5 days, you can imagine what's gone through, everything from the best to the worst, right? The best is, a year, 18 months worth of treatment. I'm able to retire. I live life on a sailboat in the Caribbean, drinking pina coladas and listening to Jimmy Buffett. That's kind of one side. The other side is I only get 2 of these videos out, and then the channel goes dead. So, but as I process this, I do recognize that there are people out there who love me and care for me, and I want to provide a safe space for them, particularly my kids. So not only will they, I'm not known for my communication skills, and so this hopefully provides a safe space for them to know a little bit about, to maybe get a perspective of kind of what I'm going through, and when I'm an asshole, why I'm an asshole, right? And so, but more to come. Hit that subscribe, smash that like button, and let's see if we can get this. Let's see if we can get this channel up to like top 10. I'm hopeful that we break the top 10. So truthfully, yeah. So more to come. Thank you. I love you all.